Hi, this is Evan Irwin, live from Richmond, and... All right, I'm here with Gerry Thompson, who is playing Faeries today. Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
Great. So tell me a little bit about your deck. Why are you bringing it today?
It's the best deck in the format, not close.
And you wrote an article this week. Tell me about sort of the reaction to that.
I was really surprised at like the overwhelming majority of people that actually really liked the article. Yeah. Like I've been getting a lot of hits. Chapin was kind of upset that I might overtake him, but it's pretty good. I'm really happy that everyone liked it.
That's great. So you planning on writing anything else in the future?
Oh yeah, I have an article going up on Tuesday, I think.
Oh, that's awesome.
About block.
Fantastic. So tell me about the deck here. Tell me how it works for the people who don't know how Faeries works.
Basically what you do is just sit behind Ancestral Visions and counter spells, and eventually you'll just kill them with like tokens from Bitter Blossom, some man lands, maybe a 4/4 Mistbind. A lot of people think of it like a creature deck. They might think that Wrath of God is really good, but it just isn't, because you have the man lands that just get around Wrath of God. Bitter Blossom keeps giving you guys. All your guys have flash, so it's more of a control deck really than a creature deck.
So were there any changes to the sideboard or main deck before today based on Chathamore?
Not really. Basically everything's still the same. It's just none of the new decks I was really worried about. It's just updating the deck, like Fledgling Mawkor for the mirror. Some people were playing it on Magic Online a while ago, and for some reason it just never saw a lot of play. I don't know why.
That's great.
Seems really good. Like people are playing Pepper Smoke instead, but it just seems better. Stays in play.
Absolutely. And is a 2/2 flyer, is that right?
Yes, sir.
That's great. So can you tell me sort of how these cards would go into different matchups and how you would sideboard different matchups, like the mirror, for example?
In the mirror, I board in these 8. Thoughtseize and the Fledgling Mawkors. And I take out the Rune Snags, the Nameless Inversions, and I cut a Mistbind Click because it's kind of slow. And if they keep the Rune Snags in, it's pretty bad too. But,
yeah.
Basically, the spot removal is not that good because, like I said, there aren't that many creatures in the deck really. So there's not even that many things you want to kill. Just Scions, mostly Scion of Una.
Right. Okay. And so for stuff like green red big man, how would you sideboard?
Green red, you definitely want the Thoughtseizes and the Flash Freezes to come in. And against almost everything else, I usually take out the Scion of Unas just because most decks will board in stuff like Sulphurous Blast or Fire Spout, things like that, so you can't really rely on the Scion to kill them. You just draw some cards with Ancestrals and just counter a lot of their spells, and eventually they'll die.
Absolutely. Do you always keep in the Ancestrals?
Yes, never cut them. Wow. I don't care if they're boarding in Wrist Sweepers, Pull from Eternities, I'm keeping the Ancestrals in.
Because when they go off.
Yeah, that's just game pretty much right there.
That's awesome. And so you haven't spoken of the Nameless Inversion. Where do those come in?
I built a Merfolk deck a while ago that was really good against Faeries, and basically the way that deck beats Faeries is just by turn 4 or 5 they have like 4 or 5 guys in play, and this deck doesn't have a way to deal with a whole bunch of guys. They don't have a sweeper or anything, so you really do need the Damnations against the Merfolk decks and the Elf decks, because you don't have a lot of blockers or a lot of spot removal. I mean, now I have a lot more spot removal, so those matchups are better, but you really do need the Damnations in those matchups.
Sure. And so the new green-red hate, like Vexing Shusher and Guttural Response, does that worry you at all?
Guttural Response doesn't seem very good to me. There's only like eight cards in the deck that it really counters. Shusher is more of a problem, but like I said, I have a lot more spot removal now, so.
Right. Well, that's great. Is there anything else you'd like to talk about the deck?
Not really. I mean, the deck is pretty self-explanatory. Best deck in the format, like I said. I'll be really disappointed if I don't win the tournament.
You better be. Well, thanks a lot, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem.
All right.
This is modern mafia. They're scared of us. They're scared.